I'm B,
And I'm Sam.
and we're two best friends who like to talk shit about smut, wingspan.
And sometimes books.
And welcome to our author spotlight, where twice a month we like to sit down to talk about our favourite books.
Completely spoiler free and the perfect way to top up the TBR. Hello.
Hello again.
Hi. No intro.
Yeah, guys, sorry. It's been a long run of no, what are you readings because we've been bulking, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Although I think this is the last, in terms of like release date, this is the last of our bulked.
No, I think Miss Thief is.
Oh, we've got one more, Miss Thief.
I think. Let me put up a calendar real quick.
When does Miss Thief come out?
So this episode is coming out on Monday the 20th, and then Miss Thief comes out on the 22nd.
Monday the 20th?
Monday the 27th.
Yeah.
And then Miss Thief comes out on the 29th.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. You've got this Wednesday is the last one, and then we will be back in person for you.
Yeah, like real-time recordings.
Yeah, we're sorry, but we needed a Christmas break.
Yeah,
I needed to write a book.
Yeah.
It just had to happen.
Yep.
But we still wanted to...
Hopefully by the time this author spotlight comes out, I'll have your book in my hand.
Oh, imagine. I can't imagine that.
In my email.
You can have a printed copy as well. I'll print it off for you, but...
I don't mind reading it on my laptop.
You can put it on your Kindle. I've got it on my Kindle already, in the chapters I have. You'll have Daughter of Stone. Another author spotlight.
And it's the end of the month, so...
And a Welsh author.
Me, yeah. Lluniwr Geiriau.
Do you want me to say it properly?
I think that's how you say it.
I need to get up in front of me to remember how it's spelled.
Lluniwr.
Lluniwr Geiriau.
Lluniwr Geiriau.
Yeah, which means like... Geiriau is words. Lluniwr, I think, is like... I don't really know. Like, llun is picture... So maybe like a word.
Clean was Monday.
It is as well.
He's clean.
Yeah, it is. It is. But clean is also a picture.
So like artist of words, maybe.
Yeah,
or something?
like I'm thinking painter.
Yeah, like artist.
What did you say it was? Llun.
IWR.
Designer.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, like
designer of words.
Words design. Yeah,
okay.
Designer of
Lovely.
words. Sorry, I just felt like I needed to do that. Yes, which is it's a pen name. They write under a pen name.
Yes. And the book is Me and the Devil.
Me and the devil, that TikTok song, walking side by side.
And it's very Welsh.
Which we love.
I loved all the little Welsh nods in this book.
Snaps for a Welsh mythology-inspired book that's written about a witch, because we love that. Hold on, I need to Google to... Lluniwr.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lluniwr.
You're missing the E. Lluniwr.
Lluniwr.
Yeah.
Is obviously a pen name.
Yes.
And they haven't done a lot of marketing for this book, so there's not a lot out there that you can find out about the author. So I did drop her a little message. I assume it's a female.
I don't think we know.
Yeah, we don't
know them.
I did drop them a little message, and they responded, nothing too excited to say about me, really. I'm just a Welsh girl that loves romantic fiction. I started reading and writing fan fiction when I was a teenager. The Hunger Games got me into dystopian fiction, which is all I used to write, until I accidentally started a book club in work and wrote Me and the Devil on a dare. The next thing I know, I'm publishing it, 10 chapters into a sequel, and it's all I think about. The second book is underway, and I'm hoping to have released middle of next year. That'll be this year now, because we had this conversation in 2024, so middle of 2025. I'm also dabbling in some dark romance and period romance, so hopefully lots to come in 2025.
And I've just been doing a little Google of because they obviously use a lot of Welsh words in their books. There's a part of the In The Euraidd Series.
I was saying Euraidd.
Okay. EU in Welsh is A. Euraidd Series. Now, I've never heard the word Euraidd, but apparently according to Google Translate from Welsh to English, it means golden.
Yeah, she talks about it meaning golden in the book.
Okay. I've never heard the word Euraidd for golden. Gold is aur normally, but okay.
She talks about Euraidd meaning golden in this book.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'll read you the blurb and then we'll get into it. Welsh witch Margot had spent the best part of a decade cultivating a quiet, relatively unexceptional life in the human world. She was content to live apart from her family, people, and heritage in order to turn her back on the notoriety and gifts she was born with. When all manner of supernatural beings begin to interrupt, appearing in her life and dreams, Margot is forced to face her demons head on. But perhaps not all demons are bad. Perhaps some demons are absolutely worth facing. Enter Gabriel Sinclair, incredibly charming, powerful, and supposedly mythical, true-born vampire. Their story promises to be mighty bold.
Ooh.
So this is on KU.
Yes.
It's available on Amazon as a paperback for $9.99.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have KU, it is £3.82 to buy in pounds sterling.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a long book.
Is it?
It's like 600 and something pages.
Oh, okay, okay.
Probably my longest author spotlight that I've done, I think.
Ooh,
like in terms of the length of the book.
Wow.
But it didn't feel like it was 600 pages.
Mm-hmm.
We start with Margot, who is a Welsh witch. She's from South Wales. She has defected from her coven and her family, and she lives in London and she's working as a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
The very first chapter of this book is her having a hood put over her head and being kidnapped.
Oh my God, okay.
Then she almost sort of like breaks the fourth wall and is like, I'm getting ahead of myself. I should probably tell you how I got to this point. And then we go back. So we see her working as a lawyer in London. And basically, she feels like something's following her. She doesn't use magic. She's completely like decided, don't want anything to do with my family, because her mother is like the Llywelyn witch. Like everyone says, like everyone in the magical world knows the Llywelyns.
Okay.
Every daughter that's born is stronger than the previous witch.
Okay.
And they just keep getting like more powerful. So her mum is so well known that like magic is everything to her. The coven is everything to her. She didn't care about Margot unless she was powerful, basically. So Margot was like, do you know what? Just to rebel, I'm not even going to practice magic. I'm not going. You're never going to know how powerful I am because I'm not using my magic. So she leaves and moves to London. Margot isn't her name.
Oh, okay.
Her name is Euraidd.
Oh, okay.
And her mother called her that because she was going to be this golden girl.
Yeah.
And was going to be the next big thing. And she was like, I fucking hate that you've called me that. So I'm not using that name. So she goes by Margot. She starts seeing like a dark figure. Like she'll be waiting at the tube and like the train will come past and she'll see it next to her in her reflection. She'll see it in her dreams. She'll see it on the steps to her building. Like she knows something is following her. She doesn't really understand like what it is, and as a witch, like her magic, she can get readings from people, so she could tell like, oh, okay, that's a human, that's a shifter, but it's almost like a void. Like she's like, it's almost like it's not living, like because I don't get anything from it. So she goes to see a witch living in London who's a seer, and she basically gives her like a pouch of something, and she says like, if you have this in the bedroom with you, it'll make you more conscious in your dreams. So when you see this thing, you can interact with it and say like, who are you? So it turns out to be a true-born vampire who is Gabriel Sinclair, and she's like, what are you doing? Like, you're stalking me. You're weird. And he's like, actually, I'm stalking a creature who is stalking you.
Okay.
I've been following this creature. So the creature is a Wendigo. And in this world, Wendigos are like really calm and peaceful, like keep themselves to themselves. But this specific Wendigo has been like on a brutal killing spree. So Gabriel has been following it. And then in turn, because it's been like sort of tracking Margot, Gabriel has ended up tracking Margot. So he's like, basically, I don't think you're safe and I want to try and help you. I want to look after you. And she's like, I don't fucking know you. Fuck off. Like, you're weird. You're stalking me. Leave me alone. Then the Wendigo attacks her and lo and behold, Gabriel swoops into the rescue and she's like, right, okay, maybe I do need your help. And then it's the story of them getting to know each other and deciding what to do about this mythical creature that should be docile, that is on a killing spree.
Okay. And does it happen in the real world?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all contemporary. I thought maybe it would move into like, if there was like different realms, but no, it all happens in the real world. Yeah, and it's a story of them almost being like vigilantes.
Okay.
But his dad is like the vampire of all vampires. So every vampire in the world, like, not like reports into his dad, but like sits under his, like the hierarchy is, he's the top in the world. And there's a lot of like family things going on as well. His dad resides in France and he takes her over to France to the big manor house.
I'm already kicking my feet about this French vampires.
Yeah. And like when he's obviously like explaining lineage to her and things like that, and he's like, oh, we've got vampires in Patagonia, and like tells her all about Patagonia, and she's like, oh, I know the coven that's in like it's really sweet. Like they're trying to like feel each other out, but also like trying to like share little tidbits. But basically she really wants to bang him.
Yeah, I mean, he's
like,
a French vampire.
And he's like tall, dark. Oh my God, like, ugh.
Yeah.
He's fucking stunning.
Hot.
Yeah, like fit, like chiseled, stunning. He won't let her.
Oh.
Because he basically is saying, you want to bang me because you're like lusting after me. I don't want it to just be because you fancy me. Like, let me take you on dates. Like, let me wine and dine you. I want you to want me because you actually want me.
Oh, and I love it.
Yeah, like 100% he is absolutely in love with her. And like, he knows all her favourite food. Obviously, he doesn't ingest food at all. He only ingests blood. He knows all her favourite foods. He cooks every meal for her. Breakfast, dinner, like tea,
obsessed,
everything. He knows like what bakery she likes, what drinks she likes, what brands of like certain foods that she likes. Like, he just wants to spoil her and like look after her, and it's absolutely adorable.
I love that. That is,
yeah,
I'm obsessed.
It's really sweet. And he does sort of give in. He does lay her out and feast on her.
I feel like that's a bit of a spoiler.
Is it?
What, you're saying that they do get together? Oh,
no,
I suppose.
No,
yeah, okay,
no.
Okay.
No.
Okay, right. So we do get spice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But not full blown spice.
Just a little, like, what would you say if 5 chili peppers was the hottest, what would you say? Like 2.5? A 2?
3.
A 3 is quite a lot. Okay.
I mean, there's quite a lot of description of her.
Nice.
And his mouth. Nice. So, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. And while he comes in his pants. That's how turned on he is by her.
I love it.
I'm like, just bang it. All the way through. I was like, come on. Yeah.
Sam with her Barbie dolls, like slamming them together.
There's a lot of
tension.
You could literally cut it with a knife. There's something about
tension with a vampire.
Oh my God.
Makes it so much more intense. We need to recommend this to... Sorry, this is so off topic. We need to recommend this to Grace.
I have.
Oh, because Grace loves a vampire.
Yeah.
Okay.
I messaged her.
Okay.
There's like elemental magic as well.
Ooh,
so like she's like really connected to like nature. So like she can wield best when she's in nature. So like she can like manipulate the air, the water, fire. She can draw lightning.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of elemental magic in it, which is really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's
all you can say.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, should we get on to questions?
Yes.
Okay. What was your favourite part of the book? Is it him coming in his pants?
That is a very good. Obviously they're living in London, like it's all like built up, like whatever, and he knows that she doesn't practice magic, so he's like, right, come on, let's go out for the day. And she's like, don't want to, basically. Like in the beginning she's quite standoffish. Like he's like, get in the car, she's like, fuck off.
Yeah,
he's like, let me take you to work. She's like, no, fuck off. I'll walk. And he's like, let me look after you. She's like, no, fuck off. But he's like, come on, let's go out. So he's like driving for ages, and she's like, where the fuck are you taking me? He stops at a little bakery and basically like orders like one of everything for her. And then they drive to a woods, and he's like, oh, I've got a picnic. And he like lays out a picnic blanket, and like while she's there, like her magic is like singing basically. And she's like, you brought me here because you knew like my magic would come out in the nature. And he was like, yeah. And she was like, you bastard. But it was like, it was just really sweet, like how in tune he is with her. And like, yeah, it's lovely.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Did you race to the end, or was this a slow burn?
I raced to the end.
Did you?
Like even like, I feel like because it's a 600-page book, you would expect it to be like a slower. But I don't know whether it's because there was like so much like nods to Welsh like folklore and traditions, or like it is just a really well written book. But yeah, I just like
is it a cliffhanger?
Well, we already know how it's going to end because of the first chapter is her getting kidnapped.
Oh, okay. But then so obviously, yes, okay. Which scene stuck with you the most?
So when they go, I don't feel like this is a spoiler. I think I can talk about this. When they go to his father's chateau in France, all the staff there, basically you have to, if you want to work for the Sinclairs, you work for them for 5 years, then you get to decide whether they turn you or not. If you want to stay human, you can stay human, but you can't decide within like the first, you can't just come and be like, yeah,
make me a vampire. Yeah.
They're like, no, like get to know us, get to know our ways.
Then decide. Oh, that's so cool. Okay.
So yeah, it's really nice. So there's a girl who works for him. She's sort of like a lady in waiting, like she'll do the hair and stuff of any women in the castle. And she's like, oh, I don't know whether I'm gonna turn or not. And she's like, I've been chatting to this guy online for like a really long time, and I'm gonna meet him for the first time. And obviously, like if things go well there, I wouldn't want to be here and be a vampire. I'd want to be out in the real world. So she goes to meet him for the first time, and then her father comes like running into the castle asking where Gabriel's dad is. Margot's like, what's the matter? And he's like, oh, she's been attacked. So she goes, and the guy that she was talking to online, like it wasn't his picture, and he like abused her.
Okay.
And she managed to get away, but she's like covered in bruises, like really beaten up.
Yeah.
And Margot goes to visit her and he tries to heal her, and she's chatting to her, and she's like, do you think he should get away with it? And the girl's like, no, I want him to die in like a slow and cruel way. So Margot hunts him down, and that scene,
I love that
scene, like
class.
I won't tell you how it all plays out, but it is fucking incredible.
Ooh, okay.
And like I'm like, yeah, you fucking bastard.
That's
like you
class.
fucking deserve this.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's so good.
Really good.
Okay. Would you want to read another book by this author?
Absolutely. As soon as book 2 drops, whatever I'm doing will be chucked to one side because I have to know what comes next. I have to know.
Do you think if they do release like their dark romances that you would consider reading them?
I'd have a look at like what the premise was. Definitely. Obviously, I'm not really like a dark romance girly, but I
like not a contemporary dark romance girly. Yeah.
So I would. But I'd be interested to see what the plot was and what the storyline was.
Yeah. What surprised you most about this book?
Honestly, what surprised me most is that you get what's going to happen in the first chapter because you get her being kidnapped.
You know the ending, yeah.
But the story is so good, I forgot that she got kidnapped because I was enjoying it so much, and I was like, oh my god, like are we like building to something here? Yeah. And then she gets kidnapped and it ends, and I was like, I forgot about that because like I was enjoying the story so much. So I was like, really deflated then because I was, thinking, are we going to get something.
Yeah, something else, yeah.
Yeah, so I was surprised that I'd forgotten that I already knew the ending.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, definitely. How did your opinion of this book change as you read it?
So when I started it, I was like, contemporary, like as in like real world. And I don't usually like reading in real world. I like my fantasy to be fantastical.
Yeah.
But I loved it. And that I'm glad that she was able to change my mind, because I wouldn't have wanted to, go through it all thinking, hey, that this is in the real world. But I did actually really enjoy having the fantasy elements in the real world, like going to shops and like having cars and things, but then having the magic and having, what the things that we love about fantasy as well. So it was really nice.
Yeah, a bit more like a bride in that sense.
Yes.
How does this book's title work in relation to the book's content?
So in the beginning, because he is like a void that she can't get a read on, and like he keeps popping up everywhere, and she thinks like she doesn't understand it. She's like, it's almost like he's got no soul because I can't get a read on him. It's like I've got the devil looking over my shoulder and following me, and then she refers to him throughout the book as her devil.
Okay, cool. Does this book remind you of any others?
No, it doesn't.
Not
like
really
it's
a
really
bride?
Yeah, I suppose, and maybe a bit of like Crescent City with like the modern. But it's so unique in its story. There might be other stories out there like it, but not
we've read.
not that anything that I've read. It's so unique that no, I don't think it's like anything. But no, I don't.
Okay.
It could be, I mean, obviously the vampire elements and things, it is like Bride, but very different to the story of Bride as well.
Okay. I think that's everything.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Obviously we highly recommend all of our author spotlights.
We would recommend them if they weren't,
This book, as she said, like she just wrote it like on a whim.
Yeah, you said it's got like 3 Amazon reviews.
Yeah, so she's done no marketing for it, and I just I hope that she'll start to do marketing for it, because it genuinely deserves all the hype.
Deserves the hype.
And now that I've read it, I'm like, oh my god, I want everyone to read this book.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that
you guys do. Yeah, please go read it and leave Amazon reviews and Goodreads reviews, guys. Particularly
and let me know what you thought. You might disagree with me and be like, Sam, you were off the mark here, but I thoroughly enjoyed that book.
Yeah, I mean, we always say this, like we will only we recommend what we enjoy, but what we enjoy isn't always going to be what everyone else enjoys. We could be similar for like 90%, but there's gonna be things that are different.
Course.
Vice versa, we get so many recommendations from you guys, and we love that. Keep giving them to us. But there are some things that you guys recommend that we're like,
just not for us.
But that's okay.
Yeah,
that's fine. Like,
be boring if we all like the same things.
Exactly. Amen to that.
But yeah, she's done no marketing. She's not got a lot out there. So, if you come across
Give this
please
book some love.
Yeah, please just give it a chance.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, are we done?
We are.
So, do we want to just quickly what our next 2 author spotlights are for February?
Yes.
I will need to get our spreadsheet.
I was going to say, I don't know, but yeah.
I think one of them is GL Preston, but I have to check. Right. So in February, I am doing A Trial of Fate by J.E. Larson. Yay!
Can't wait for this one.
And you are doing The Fairy Guild Trials by J.L. Preston.
Who is Welsh?
She is definitely Welsh. I can confirm. J.L. Preston is definitely Welsh. Not like some of the others that I've just assumed are Welsh and they're not. But J.L. Preston is definitely Welsh.
Stunning.
Lovely.
We done?
We are.
Stunning.